I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right.
Right now we're currently curing the section portion of the female Spinosaurus, and yeah, I do need a bigger curing station because I'm struggling so much doing it by parts, especially when it comes down to bigger figures. The UV is obviously not very strong and it takes longer to cure, but you know, I gotta work with what I have available, and it's currently working for what it is. Printing a big female Spinosaurus. A client wanted this to be printed for the upcoming movie, obviously. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't fit the other part over here because I do have a small cure and wash container, so I do need to upgrade. But unfortunately, as of right now, that is not possible. So I did have to remove the main body, which is mouth, the neck parts, one of the body parts, and then here we have more pieces, which will look fantastic. Okay, so currently I am curing one of the parts for the female spinal, and it barely fits. Honestly, like I said, I need to upgrade this. And I have the tail, it's around here. I do have this part finished, but there is a problem with the supports. It was too thick. So I'm gonna have to be sanding this piece to remove that. But this is one of the pieces and it's looking fantastic. Okay, so this is an update on the Spinosaurus. I currently have assembled the main part of the body. It's very massive, I gotta say. I was not expecting it to be this long, but the details on this looks amazing. And it's gonna have crazy articulation. This is going out to one of my customers that wanted a Spinosaurus for the upcoming film, and just love it. Here's a full-on view. It looks majestic, honestly. So I'm gonna be working on the rest of the body, the arms, the legs, and painting it finally. It's my first time actually painting a Spinosaurus. Hopefully it comes out nicely. And the V-Rex is almost ready. I'll be showing you that. Okay, so if you look here, you have the V-Rex part of the body. It's not fully done yet, and here is the rest of the parts for the Spinosaurus. You guys can get a better look at how massive this figure is going to be, and yes, it is fully articulated. Okay, so I currently have the female Spinosaurus fully painted. I have to do a few touch-ups here and there because of the paint chipping against resin. That's a very common issue, but so far I think it has came out amazing. I love the paint job that I've done on this, and this is going out to a customer as well. So if you look here, this is a close-up on the paint job. I did the eyes, and this is what I mean by the paint chipping when it rubs against the articulated areas. Even if I do paint them, unfortunately, you know that's gonna happen, but I'm very proud. This is actually my first ever painted female Spinosaurus. I've done the V-Rex and other figures, but for my first time, it's not bad, I would have to say. The back area, here it is, all the way to the tail. The other dinosaur that I currently finished. This would be the V-Rex, and here's the paint job that I've done currently. Now this figure is a little bit bigger compared to the original one on the files because I think that one is almost just impossible to really get the elastic string through the body, and especially right here. Like, that is insanely crazy. So this is a little bit, or should I say, much bigger than the original size. And I've done also a huge one compared to this one. The custom size that I've done before was for a customer, which was insane. It was a gigantic size, and compared to this, it would literally look like a little baby. But for what it is, I mean, I think I've done a really good job. And the paint job that I use is special. I'm not sure if you can tell, but it has like some shine to it. But in person, when you touch the figure, it has like this rock-like texture. And I've done this with all of my figures that I've done for the V-Rex. The texture is unique because it feels like you're actually touching a dinosaur that has, you know, a rough texture, something that feels armor like this one specifically. And I gotta say, even though the paint that I use for this is very expensive, I think it's worth it because it leaves a special texture on the figures just in general. And when you touch it, it feels amazing, honestly. And here you would have a size comparison with the female Spinosaurus. It is actually bigger and longer. So here's the tail tip versus the other one. It's kind of hard to tell, but in person, there is a significant difference between both of them. And both of them are going to the same customer as I mentioned. Besides this, the last figure I have to do is Godzilla. Obviously, this was printed in the Anycubic M7 Pro, which is a fantastic printer. Never had any issues with that printer at all. And the print quality has been amazing. All of this is not sponsored by them. I buy my own individual resin. I buy my accessories, everything. Even though it would be fantastic if, you know, they sponsor me in the future again. So we have here the customized Godzilla. Now, I might have to touch this Godzilla up with the paint job, just depends if the customer will be satisfied with this. It has more of a grayish tone, closer to the original, and it's hard to base which one it is going to be true to its original color because there's multiple versions. So it's really hard to decipher which one. But you can tell that the underbelly has like a white silver type of tone as well. Details on the dorsal plates, you can see the smallest details, and that's because for me, when I print those figures, I make sure to use the highest quality of resin and the highest quality printers with resolution. And this is using, I believe, 16K resin or 14K, I believe, from Frozen, and it looks absolutely amazing. I truly love how this Godzilla came out. You guys can see even like the smallest details on his eyes, the teeth, amazing. would essentially be the final versions that are getting ready to ship out. This would be the VRX, fully assembled, fully painted, fully 3D printed by me. I've done a few of those. I've done small, big, extremely gigantic, and I think the paint job looks phenomenal. Remember, the paint job is supposed to have this rusty type of rock feel to it, which feels very nice to the touch. And the teeth have, that sharp edge. The inside of the mouth, very glossy, looks nasty. The eyes are done as best as possible. The side of the V-Rex, there's some shine to it, and that's because of the effect of the paint job. I think I did a phenomenal job just giving it the glossy look inside of the mouth. The eyeballs, everything, very good. So this would be the V-Rex. This is the gigantic Spinosaurus. Can't really fit it into frame, but I'll try. So it's very long. It doesn't even fit in, but this would be the final version. I gave the mouth another touch up so you can really see the shine on it and the paint job on the whole body. Again, this is very, very articulated. It's a articulated female Spinosaurus. Here it is. Looks phenomenal, I gotta say. Very, very nice. I wish some of the figures I kept them myself. Like, to be honest, I don't keep anything most of the times that I print for myself. It's more like going towards customers and all of that. But this is a beauty, and I'll do a size comparison with the V-Rex and Godzilla, but this would be the Spinosaurus. Here we have the Godzilla 1998. This is finally the final version with the touch-up that I did yesterday, and it looks so much better. You can see the details are popping a lot more. The color, everything looks very, very nice. And just remember, this is done in 14 or 16K resin from Frozen. Very high quality resin, very good. I like the matte finish without any color on it, and it looks phenomenal. This is, again, I'm trying to go for the accuracy, but it's sort of hard to do Godzilla because there's different versions of this Godzilla. So there's like a bluish metallic Godzilla, there's more of a grayish Godzilla, there's more of a greenish blue. So it really comes down to 3 or 4 different versions of this Godzilla. And I've done all of them for customers. I think this is a really, really nice paint job. And of course, my watermark is there. So that's how you know figures were done by me and painted by me. It looks phenomenal. The inside of the mouth, the eyes look really, really nice. So here's a quick size comparison. The Spinosaurus, Godzilla, and the V-Rex. Obviously, the Spinosaurus would be the longest and tallest. Second would be the V-Rex. In the comments down below, which one would be your favorite? Like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this, and also stay tuned for the Haya Toys Godzilla Evolve review. As always, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you for watching.